There's no reason to be dropping your keys. You're not serious about surviving if you're dropping your keys. Hi, I'm Joelle Wellington. I'm the author of Their Vicious Games, The Blonde Dies First, and Girls Who Play Dead, and I am ranking horror tropes with Simon Dean. Final girl, S tier. The final girl is usually your protagonist. You gotta think your Sydney's, right? You have to think your Samara Weaving characters, whoever she usually plays. You know, the bride in Ready or Not. It evolved out of something actually kind of negative, right? So I think that the final girl started as a way to reward those who are morally, like, righteous. So in early horror, especially, particularly, like, I'm thinking slashers of, like, the 60s and 70s, the final girl was the girl who did not have sex, abstained from alcohol, drugs. She was the babysitter character in a lot of ways. And everyone else that participated in what was, like, morally incorrect or corrupt were the people that were being punished. But I think as horror as a genre has evolved, the meaning of the final girl has really changed into someone that develops as a character who stands up for the people around her, that is not so much morally righteous, but has a moral compass that isn't defined by the choices that she makes with her body. And it's about how she treats the people around her. And I think that's really important. I think that's really cool. Serial killer. So, like, on one hand, I'm, like, not about that true crime thing, right? I think that it can be kind of exploitative, like. But on the other hand, I kind of am, like, really into, like, Criminal Minds. So, like, ethically, I feel like I really want to say, like a C tier. Because serial killers, you shouldn't be just, like, consuming them for fun or whatever. But, like, I do. So, B tier. Serial killers, yeah. Evil rich people. I love evil rich people. I write about them all the time. Because I'm an anti-capitalist. And so I love writing about evil rich people. Because that's kind of their default. So it's not like I'm lying or anything. It's not fiction. It is super important for me to write about evil rich people because I grew up around so many of them. So I went to a private school growing up and I was a scholarship kid. And I met a lot of evil rich people when I was young. And I thought it was really important for me to kind of, I think it's fun, watching stuff and reading books like Gossip Girl. I think it's super fun and a good time. But I also think that often we need to, like, open our minds about what's happening in the real world and how often when people become this rich, it's through the exploitation of others. And I very much want to write about that. And I tend to write about that. That is a major focus and, like, thread through all of my books. A tier, I want to keep S tier really sparse. Because evil rich people don't deserve to be in the same tier as final girls. They are simply not as good. So yeah. One last scare. So one last scare is what happens at the end of a book or a film where you think everything is over and done with, and then it's not. Somebody jumps out at you and tries to terrify you. And it's an okay trope. Solid C. Ghosts. Lazy. Woo. Tomato. I don't like ghosts. I think it's a little boring on its own. Maybe in Crimson Peak, I like ghosts there. I like the movie Ghost. But that's about it. I don't like ghosts. Yeah. D? It's low. We'll think about it. Witches. Witches is good. That's an A tier. I love witches. I like the Wicked Witch of the West. I like the Wicked Witch of the East. I love the witches. This is great tier. Great trope. Love it. Super fun. Cults are really interesting because I think that they only work when they have a really strong ideology if you're writing about it. Cults have become a trope, and they're so scary because it presents the idea of uniform thought under one person. And the idea that you do not have authority of thought and and body of your own is really scary, especially in this time where society is becoming so homogenized and that's being something that's put into law. I think that's really scary. I think that I would make this a B tier, and that's off the strength of The Project by Courtney Summers alone. I love that book. Key drop. This is when the main character is dumb and drops the key. And I hate that shit. Like, that's dumb. You shouldn't be dropping keys. Like, be a serious person. Be a serious protagonist. Put that in a pocket.
What if you're jiggling with it, trying
No, it doesn't matter if you're jiggling with it. Put it in your pocket. Like, don't do that. That's dumb. F tier. Clowns. Clowns are silly, right? And I'm thinking like Pennywise. I guess Gladys from Weapons counts as a clown. She kind of looks like it. I don't know if I really rock with it outside of it, because I'm not afraid of clowns. But Stephen King really like did his big one there, so I kind of have to like give him some respect, right? So I guess he's like father. So I think like B tier. Let's split up. You're so dumb. Why are you splitting up? Number one rule, don't do that. I mean, it's kind of funny if you're like, you really don't rock with one of the characters in the group. Sometimes you don't. Like, sometimes they're really annoying, right? Maybe they're the jock or whatever, and you're like, you're a misogynist. Like, it's okay if you die, and then that's okay if they're splitting up. But then, at the same time, you're like, so many things can happen when you split up, right? You can further the romantic storyline that happens to be in a horror film, and if you're lucky, you don't get killed, right? And so that's actually really good, because then you're like, my romance is like, it's brewing. Let's put her in like a C tier. Girls Who Play Dead is out on November 4th. You can pre-order now.